keep our focus on Hyderabad. These visuals that you're seeing are from outside T. Raja Singh's residence in Hyderabad. Policemen have now come to his residence, even as protesters continue to demand action against him. Swastika Das is with me on the line. Swastika, can you just talk to us what police outside Raja Singh's house means?
Well, they are the security deployment outside his house, considering that he has once again issued a bite in the media, saying that KCR and Owaisi are responsible. And it is also pertinent to note that there are 2 new cases filed against Raja Singh, and he has gone on to allege that there is a quote-unquote conspiracy hashed against him by the Telangana government to arrest him again illegally, and that he's going to fight it out in the court of law. But as of now, Raja Singh's house has become an epicenter in the sense that a lot of supporters, remember, have been gathering in and out, raising slogans, different kinds of slogans to greet him. He was also greeted with slogans on the day he was released from Nampally court. And even today, with Raja Singh releasing a public bite, there seems to be some commotion outside his house.
And where is Raja Singh? Is he at his residence? Because protesters are demanding action against him.
Yes, Raja Singh is confined to his residence at the moment, which is in Gusha Mahal, and he, as per the court order, also has been restricted to move around at least for a month till the situation becomes better, and also with the fact that there are a lot of threats that have been issued against him. So Raja Singh stationed inside his residence, and also there is a strict clampdown from the party, a standard code of instruction from the party to lie low over the matter.
So there are multiple FIRs against him, Swastika. Is the police planning to take him into custody in any of those?
Well, there is, via sources, we are learning that the police is going to, or is already mulling its next course of action. The legal team of the police, remember, is already going through the details of Section 41A CRPC. The ground on which Raja Singh in the first place was granted bail was because his remand was rejected. The court had observed that the police had not followed due procedure. Under Section 41 of the CRPC, the police is supposed to issue a notice to him, which was not issued in the first place, and he was immediately arrested. After that, Raja Singh has now gone on to allege that new cases are being filed against him as a ploy constituted by the Telangana police to arrest him again, considering that the first initial arrest backfired on them because they did not follow the due procedure. So the legal team of the Telangana police has confirmed to us that yes, they are considering a new action, but what it is going to likely be, that is something that we need to wait and watch for.
So as we see these pictures of cops outside Raja Singh's house, Swastika, do you feel this is to move ahead and take that action, or is this more to ensure that he is not harmed even as protesters continue to agitate?
This is more to ensure that he is not harmed, and even as protesters continue to agitate, considering that the media has been playing out his bite. This is what I have learned via a police source I spoke to earlier today. But what is going to be the next course of action, whether he is likely to be arrested again, these are the developments that we need to watch out for. But for now, there is police deployment outside his house, mainly because of the fact that he has released a video and there could be fresh protests. So as a precautionary measure, they have stationed themselves outside his house.
Right. Once again, just to apprise of our viewers of what's happening, these are pictures that we have for you from outside Hyderabad, the legislator Raja Singh's house. Policemen deployed there. Yeah. Swastika Das reporting from the ground there that these deployment could be to ensure that he is not harmed, because the Hyderabad continues to be tensed. Protesters are agitating, demanding action. So in that backdrop, presence of these policemen and women outside Raja Singh's house are being analyzed. But Swastika, coming back to the situation overall, Raja Singh, even though he is locked up at his residence, has issued media statements accusing KCR and Asaduddin Owaisi for the situation as it is in Hyderabad at the moment. You were telling us about what the court said in this matter. This is in line with the judicial order. Can he continue to make speeches, make sound bites and go public with his views?
The court order does not restrict him as such from making any comments, but the court does not allow him to make any kind of incendiary comments or any kind of derogatory comments as he made in that 10-minute long video which caused this entire protest in the first place. But having said that, Raja Singh, remember, has been asked to lie low even by the BJP leadership here and also by the court, saying he can't really afford to step out of his house.
Swastika, will you give me a moment? I have my first reaction from AIMIM. Waris Pathan is with me on the broadcast. Mr. Pathan, I don't know if you can see these pictures. We have live pictures from Raja Singh's residence. Policemen deployed there, but we are not sure whether they are there to protect him or arrest him. Your reaction, please.
Well, we have been saying since the beginning that this Raja Singh, who is the radicalized fringe element of the BJP, who used such kind of derogatory remarks against our Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, should be rearrested, because he was arrested within 4 to 5 hours. He was granted bail. So we say that he should be arrested. He's an habitual offender, and we have also written a letter. Our party's General Secretary Pasha Qadri Saab, who also happens to be an MLA, has also written a letter to the speaker asking that Raja Singh should be expelled, suspended as per the procedure, because he is a habitual offender. He spews venom every now and then. And we have also requested people of Hyderabad to keep peace, maintain peace, that the BJP and the RSS agenda should not be accepted, or they should not be successful in their agenda of creating hatred and spreading violence. We have been requesting our people, because the BJP agenda is clear. They want the atmosphere to go docile. They want that spread hatred. They want to destroy the secular fabric of our great nation by using such kind of pawns like Raja Singh.
Right.
So we should not fall prey to their policies. But the BJP, everybody is seeing what is happening now. The man is granted bail, he comes out and again he starts blaming, but the entire country knows who is instigating the violence. It was the BJP. It was the Raja Singh who started creating this kind of hatred statements and derogatory remarks against our Prophet Muhammad.
Mr. Pathan, is AIMIM worried? Because we've seen the protesters very agitated. Sar Tan Se Juda type slogans have been used. Yes, your leaders have asked them to refrain from such slogans. Yes, your leaders have asked them to condemn. But like we have been saying, we saw in Udaipur, we saw in Amravati, things go out of hand before you know it. This situation could also fast develop.
See, we condemn violence of any kind. We condemn this kind of sloganeering which leads to violence. And we request the people of Hyderabad to maintain peace. We have been doing this. Our MLAs and corporators are on the ground since the very first day. They have been trying to pacify the people not to indulge into violence or sloganeering. Yes, right, peaceful protest. The Constitution has guaranteed you the right. You can hold peaceful protest. And they're protesting because there is anger in their heart. They feel that the person who used derogatory remarks against the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, is enlarged on bail within 4 hours. So what we demand is he should be rearrested, let the police investigate the case properly, and he should be sent to jail. This is the demand of the people. When a fact checker who tweets on a 30-year-old film sin, he can be sent to jail for 1 month, and thereafter the Supreme Court grants him bail.
Okay,
Why don't